They said she was stealing meals. They were right, but not in the way anyone thought. This is how it happened. They fired her during lunch break, right there in the cafeteria. No warning, no hearing, just a supervisor handing her a cardboard box to pack her things. Her name was Miss Daniels. She'd worked in the company kitchen for 12 years, always smiling, always humming hymns while she stirred big silver pots. She called everyone sweetheart, even the ones who never said thank you. The reason? Food theft. The executives claimed she'd been sneaking meat and rice into her bag. Enough was missing from the kitchen inventory to make them certain. But when they confronted her, she didn't argue, didn't even cry. She just folded her apron neatly, placed it in the box, and whispered, "I understand." That silence stuck with me, because years earlier, she'd saved me. I was 23 then, broke, surviving on instant noodles. One night, after a late shift, she stopped me outside the cafeteria, handed me a lunchbox, said, "You look like you could use a warm meal, sweetheart." Inside was chicken, rice, and 2 pieces of cornbread. I never told anyone, but I lived off those quiet handouts for weeks. She never asked for anything, never mentioned it again. So when she walked out of that building, cardboard box in hand, I felt like I'd failed her. Years passed. I built my own business. And one afternoon, while visiting a supplier warehouse, I saw her again. Miss Daniels, older now, carrying crates, humming under her breath. I rushed over, told her I never forgot what she did for me, that I owed her everything. And then I asked, "Why didn't you defend yourself back then? Why let them believe you were stealing?" She smiled and soft, tired, but still kind, and said, "Greater than, because they were right. I was taking food, but not for me, for the janitors who couldn't afford lunch, for the security guard who skipped meals to send money home, for kids who came to wait for their parents after school. I figured if I kept quiet, maybe they'd never look into who I was really feeding." I stood there frozen. She wasn't guilty of stealing for herself. She was guilty of feeding the hungry in silence. That day, I made her an offer, not a kitchen job, but head of staff welfare in my company. Because the truth is, compassion doesn't show up on a resume, but it changes everything. And now, the woman once accused of stealing lunch, she's the one making sure nobody in my company goes hungry.